in high definition from the CBS4 studios. This is CBS4 at 5:30.
U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Department of Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly visit El Paso. It's all part of a tour of the U.S.-Mexico border. Why Sessions says building a wall is essential. That's just ahead.
But first, we have breaking news from El Paso's west side. Violent crimes detectives have been called out to investigate a suspicious death. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelton Dodson.
And I'm Patricia Mayas. Now let's go right to it. CBS4 at 5:30's Ashley Plaster is live at the scene to show us what we know about the investigation so far.
Patty, Shelton, police did confirm this is a suspicious death here at this West El Paso apartment complex. This is the Mesa Place townhomes on Suncrest near Sunland Park Mall. Just about 4 minutes before our newscast, police told us that at 9 o'clock this morning, officers came for a welfare check. Someone called them out here, and when they went into the apartment, they found the body of a woman. They don't know her age right now, but police tell me they have reason to believe foul play was involved because of what they saw around her body and inside of that apartment. Now, this is private property, so we can't get any closer than we are right now, but there is police tape all over and police walking around. We did see several kids coming home from school with backpacks and residents coming home from work for the workday and walking around just fine. Police say this is still an ongoing investigation, so as soon as we find out more details surrounding what happened at this apartment, we'll keep you posted on our Facebook page and on CBS4Local.com. Reporting live in West El Paso, Ashley Plaster, CBS4 at 5:30.
Okay, Ashley, thank you. Unwavering support for a border wall plus a call to end unlawful immigration. Those echoed through the borderland today.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly visited the Sun City. CBS4 at 5:30's Claudia Tristan joins us live and shows us what these Trump administration leaders were seeing along the border.
Both members of the Trump administration took a tour of our border city and met with multiple agencies that help maintain the border and national security. Now, Sessions met with Border Patrol agents, immigration judges, and ICE lawyers. He said he's ready to add an additional 50 immigration judges to streamline backlog deportation cases. And when it comes to a border wall, the cabinet members say it's a must.
It's absolutely essential that we build a wall, but that wall has to be combined with technology, no doubt about it.
General Sessions said that the work the administration is doing has already helped to reduce the flow of illegal immigration. He reported that last month the country saw the lowest number of undocumented immigrants in 17 years. Claudia Tristan, CBS4 at 5:30.
And about 40 people with the Borderland Immigration Council gathered to protest outside the news conference held by Sessions and Kelly. They say it's misleading to only bring up gangs and cartels. Protesters tell us there are also those people who are innocent or vulnerable, who they say have to enter the country illegally.
If you talk to immigrants and refugees, they're fleeing real violence, they're fleeing death threats, and so to consider them as criminals and even worse, to deport them back to their dangerous situation is very inhumane.
I would like to send a message along with my partners here that it's not the same thing a criminal than an immigrant or a refugee. I think that is something that this government is not necessarily understanding.
We have posted the entire news conference on our website. That's at CBS4Local.com. Just click on this story.
A woman in Las Cruces is dead in what appears to be an absolutely bizarre accident. CBS4 at 5:30, Samantha Lewis is live at the scene to take us through step by step what happened.
At around 10 this morning, police found a woman dead right here on Wild Bill Lane, just off of Highway 70. Police believe the woman must have started her car while it was in reverse, then got out of her car to open the gate at the end of her driveway, not knowing the car was in reverse. That is when police believe the car backed over her. The woman was pinned underneath the car. She was found by her sister, who heard the car running longer than usual and went to check to see what was happening. When police showed up, they say they saw the woman, the 62-year-old woman, was found dead. I spoke with neighbors who are really shaken up with what happened here today, including one man who saw her earlier. He says he knew she liked to work on her car, so he didn't realize she needed help.
Seems like a real good person, everything, so I'm just like in shock. I'm like, who would have known at 9:30 it was over? It just blows my mind.
Police have not yet released the name of the woman who was found dead this morning. Coming up tonight at 10, I'll tell you how investigators figured out that the car was in reverse. Reporting live from Las Cruces, Samantha Lewis, CBS4 at 5:30.
Joining the county sheriff's investigators are trying to unravel a mystery there tonight. That after at least 3 sets of human remains are found inside of a home in Mesilla Park. The person who owned the home died back in January and left this property to a neighbor. It was that neighbor who was cleaning up the property and made the discovery. Detectives say the bones are very old and appear to have been dug up from an unknown location.
An overnight traffic stop in northeast El Paso escalates into an officer-involved shooting. It was just before midnight when police pulled over a car with 3 people inside, including a couple and a 5-year-old boy. Police say they began questioning the driver, and that's when they say the front seat passenger allegedly pulled out a handgun. Police say one of the officers shot and injured the suspect. Police say they found the gun and drugs in the car. The suspect was taken to UMC with non-life-threatening injuries. His name has not been released. The woman in the car also had criminal warrants for her arrest for delivery of a controlled substance.
Next, a moment of terror. What we know about the shooting death of a police officer in France today. And we'll show you the scene as captured by people who were there.
And eyes on the prize. Why this could be a huge season for the UTEP men's golf team.
Plus, filling the ranks, who the Army is now turning to in order to meet the fast approaching deadline to increase troop strength. That's next on my Call for Service report.
And it's another beautiful day for the borderland. Did we hit 90 degrees today? A hint right there. And when winds will move back into your forecast. That's next on CBS4 at 5:30 on your side.
Tonight, the Army's taking another step in order to meet its goal of 476,000 soldiers by the end of September. The Army is now opening its call to active duty program to the National Guard and the Army Reserves. Earlier this year, the Army received about 1,000 applicants when it opened the program to officers and warrant officers in the Reserve and the Guard. Well, now the offer will be extended to non-commissioned officers as well. Applications must be in by early July in order to be processed in time for the September 30th deadline.
And now to a developing story. Police in Paris are investigating a shooting that targeted 3 officers near one of the city's most popular landmarks. Police say a gunman shot the officers and killed at least 1 person near the Champs-Élysées, which is a popular shopping district, and ISIS is now claiming responsibility for that attack. Now here's a look at the scene as traffic was completely blocked. It was posted on Twitter by Steve DeCrane. Andre Lima's his Facebook video showed officers heading to the scene. There you can see that. And then also Frad Bellini on his Instagram shared this video as ambulances rushed to the scene. Police shot and killed the gunman shortly after the attack. They say he was known to authorities. At the White House, President Trump offered his condolences and condemned the shooting as an apparent act of terrorism during a joint press conference with Italy's Prime Minister.
It's a terrible thing, and it's a very, very terrible thing that's going on in the world today.
Again, ISIS is claiming responsibility for this attack. They say an Islamic State fighter carried out the attack on the Champs-Élysées.
Next, in hot pursuit, the high-speed police chase that comes to a hard-hitting end, and every bit of it was caught on camera.
And I've been hearing this a lot across the city, starting to feel a lot like summer. Did we hit 90 degrees today? And when the spring winds will move back in. That's next on CBS4 at 5:30 on your side.
A TV news helicopter crew capturing this video north of Los Angeles yesterday. Police chasing that suspected car thief. You saw he lost control, crossed the center line, plowed into that other car head on. Officers, of course, were right there on scene. They jumped out of their squad cars, ran up to the suspect's car. They were finally able to pull him out of there. They would get him down to the ground and handcuff him. But take a look at that. The man driving and his young son somehow were able to get out of their car and run away. The airbags in their car definitely saved them. In fact, neither of them were seriously injured.
Well, good thing they're safe. Back here at home, beautiful temperatures. We did hit 90 degrees. Over 90 actually at 91, the high so far for today. And remember, this is the hottest part of the day, so this number could still rise to 92, potentially even 93. Just shy of that record average is 80, so another hot day, feeling a lot like summer. All right, temperatures right now, we're having some problems with reading, but we can see there they are, popping up a little bit late. 90 in El Paso, 87 in Las Cruces, 80s everywhere else. Those winds light to moderate. I want to show you something as I open things up. We have this area of low pressure just north of us. As it continues moving east for us, what it will create are winds, windy conditions starting tonight with breezes and then increasing in strength through the weekend, and cooler temperatures. We have some cold air that'll be trailing behind that area of low pressure. And as we take a look, they're dealing with snowstorms and rain as well. For us, we're not going to see much of that precipitation, but as that low treks in, and there you see what happens, we have that cold air blowing in through the weekend, which will dip our temperatures to most seasonal temperatures, even 70s. That's below average, and windy conditions, which is going to stay around for the next couple of days and through the week. The spring winds are returning. Okay, for tonight, 58 degrees, clear skies with some gusty conditions. Winds at out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And in Las Cruces, we are at 49. Those temperatures are already starting to dip. Also clear with those gusts up to 25 to 30 miles per hour as those winds begin moving in. And then your 48-hour forecast. Windy conditions Friday and Saturday. Look at that drop from 88 to 79, 85, 79 and overnight lows. Just a little bit cooler as well, but still warm and seasonal, and the sunshine will be shining. Just be prepared for the winds if you have outdoor plans. Lou.
Patricia, thank you. Here we've got the latest edition of our Team of the Week, and we've got another local high school player going Division I. Who she is and where she's going next on CBS4 Sports.